EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Black Knights of Portland taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that's
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. Leading them out, a two-year starter at Ohio State, and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game, because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who've played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Hall. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll run with Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself.
Touchdown, Raiders! Dawson Knox, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Well, the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the gun, Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Derwin James with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Breece Hall taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Portland football here ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Singletary trying the left side. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raiders offense ready to go. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Stroud on 3rd down now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and let him fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. And Stroud now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dawson Knox with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
13, report.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Hockenson here. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Hey, middle.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's Jackson to throw. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
A
hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the...
He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 71 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Jackson now. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss it.
And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 26 yards. And the Black Knights are able to cut into that deficit. Coup for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Stroud sets up the play action. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That is caught, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 36 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 2.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Hall again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A give running right is Hall. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Dawson Knox saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson.
We'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
16 yards, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Jackson on first down. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Start the drive. Up to the 20.
And now they're in the hurry up.
Play action. Stroud now.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Jackson. On the move past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jackson from the shotgun.
He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Here's Jackson. This is caught, and that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal touching, offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
Stroud now on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Jackson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Jackson throwing once more. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Black Knights get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds.